Right, okay, now time 7:30, right, before I start the sessions. Now we covered how many chapters, right, according to your syllabus. Now we completed first 4 chapters. Okay, first 4 chapters by now completed. The chapter-wise, the functions of the evolution. This part by now we completed. And the second chapter objectives for measuring learning outcomes, planning achievement test. This is the third chapter according to the educational measurement subject. And last session, right, we discussed test construction. Right, by now, these first 4 chapters completed. Okay, intelligence, right? This is chapter 5 now. Okay, chapter 5, right? Okay, please write the new chapter heading. What is the measures of intelligence? Okay, measures of intelligence. Right. Firstly, I think we should know the meaning of intelligence, right? The knowledge and compare with the intelligence. Very clear, we can see the differences. Okay. Now we involve to measure the level of intelligence. Actually, it is not easy task, right? It's very difficult because when compare with the person to person also, how about this intelligence level same or different? Hello?
It's different, sir.
It's different, no? Person to persons may be different. And also when we wish to measure this one, we can't say this is the best method also. Various tools or the techniques can be used, but we can't say this is perfectly correct method or something. Right, okay. Now, the starting moment, we should know the meaning of intelligence. Huh? What is the meaning of intelligence? It can be identified, right? Some are identified as ability, right? So it's like ability. God. So yeah, now I think it's okay. It can be identified like ability for what? To learn, right? Ability to learn. Please, when you attend the class, mute it. Ashana, please mute. Okay. Ability to learn. Called, that means it include with the intelligence. How we can say ability to learn means sometimes when we are deliver the knowledge regarding some matters, how about some students can be identified, they captured it quickly. Okay. Especially they captured it within a shorter period. But some students can be identified, they got more times to learn something. Okay, learn something. Therefore, the intelligence means like ability to learn. And another angle, what is the reason? Reason for this? Now, reasons means we can identify the root causes. What is the main reason? Oh, what should be the main things? We have to identify. But some are when concerned about like a problem also, very clearly they identified root causes. But unfortunately, some are don't know it, what happened, or they can't assume also, right? Normally, some are assume the reason is like this. Some persons can be identified, they can't identify the reason for this. And problem solving. Some persons can be identified when they are facing like a problem. They solve, it's not like a quickly solving or something. It solves without damaging for others also. Right? Using their intelligence, using their especially mental or the physical capacity, solve the problem. This is also like intelligence. And another point, adapt the new situation. Adapt the new situations. That means we can see the change now. The world also change. According to the change in environment, some are adapting, make some adjustment and face. Okay. But unfortunately, some persons can be identified, they can't adapt, they can't change, right? There is a problem. All the issues like please think about now when concerned about the adapt means especially most of the teachers or lecturers also talk about like update, no? Meaning of update, right? Okay, update. I think previously also I explained it. When concerned about the update, what is the meaning of update? Anyone can say the formula or something? Hello? What is the meaning of update? I want to explain adapt to new situation. Okay, therefore I'll ask the meaning of update. Hello, anyone can say what is the meaning of update? Hansamali, Fatima, Iresha. Hello, can you say? What is the meaning of update? Don't know. Huh?
So getting new information with the current situation.
Okay. getting new information regarding the current situation. Okay, well, yeah. Actually, the update means, firstly, we can identify it like a core belief according to the Bayesian model, right? We can identify core belief, okay, core belief, and plus what? Plus new information, new information, okay, with new information. But some persons can be identified, they are not involved with the updating. That means like a stagnate. The because of they can't change their core belief. The new information also came, right? That is new information gathered, but their core belief, they are not changed. Under this situation, how about what happened? Stagnate now. Stagnate. They are not updated. When concerned about like adapt to new situation means according to the new information, they change or not? They change. Okay, this is like example for the adapt to new situation. Okay, now the intelligence means is often defined as the ability to learn, reason, solve problem and adapt to new situation. Okay, actually this is not the simple one, right? It's like a broad concept now, right? Broad concept that has been studied from various perspectives. And understanding intelligence is essential in educational setting. Intelligence is essential where when focusing the field of education for diagnosing learning difficulties, evaluating student potential, and when we develop curriculum or the new syllabus, we have to concern about the level of intelligence, right? Please think about without identifying the level of intelligence of advanced level student, if you introduce like a new syllabus, sometimes it's not matched. Therefore, when we design in the curriculum or the syllabus, how? Firstly, we should understanding the level of intelligence or not. We have to identify the level of intelligence. When we evaluate the students also, we should identify their level of intelligence, and based on this, we should prepare like a paper or something. And also we can identify or understand the difficulty source. If you want to do these things, how about? Firstly, we should give the attention for intelligence. Okay. Therefore, when focusing in the education field, understanding of the intelligence is very, very important thing. Okay, right. Now, please write the meaning of intelligence and also why we should understand it, right? To this slide, I'll focus these two areas. Okay, I'll give few minutes, some important points you can write. And also, if you have any issues or doubt, please ask. knowledge compare with this intelligence level, I'll say to you, we can see the differences, right? And the knowledge differ, right? When concerned about like intelligence means it's highly focused learning. Knowledge, it's not like a continuous process actually. Learning, it's like a continuous process, right? Knowledge we gathered and identified, but when we are involved with the learning process, knowledge can be identified as base. Okay. If you involve with the learning, firstly you should gather knowledge. Knowledge can be identified as what? Base. Okay. Therefore, the intelligence means like ability to learn and find the reason and problem solving, adapt new situation, like these things you can identify as intelligence. It's like a broader concept, right? Therefore, we can't say only these four, right? It's broader concept. And when we are moving to the field of education, we should understand the intelligence level. Why? Let's think about when we evaluating the students, we should firstly know about their intelligence level. And when we are develop a new curriculum or introducing new syllabus for the student, they should identify the level of intelligence of the students also. Okay, right. Now I think now you all are completed this part. Yeah. The types of intelligence test, yeah, we can identify various types of intelligence test, right? The intelligence tests are designed to assess what the persons or the individual's cognitive abilities, right? Cognitive abilities and potential. Some well-known intelligence tests include like Stanford Binet Intelligence Scale, right? It is specially developed by the Alfred Binet. And also another one, Whistler Intelligence Scale, right? This is a WAIS scale. When concerned about SBIS, right? Stafford Binet Intelligence Scale called SBIS and WAIS. These are well-known intelligence tests. According to your syllabus, we highly focus this first one. Okay. SBIS, what the revision of Alfred Binet original test. It measure intelligence across different age group. Especially SBIS method highly focus age group. Compare with their level of intelligence. Right? Now give this attention for the age group. When concerned about WAIS, right, or these especially WISC children, this one, measure general intelligence as well as specific cognitive domain. Verbal comprehension, perceptual reasoning, work in memory, processing speed, like this. Okay, now when concerned about SBIS, right? What is this? Especially, this is developed by the Binet was not concerned with the higher intellectual level. Is measuring intelligence. Especially his attempt was not for the classifying of intelligence, but tests were constructed regarding mental abilities of children. Right? Mental abilities of children. And consider what? Their age group. Okay. When compute based on these SBIS, we are using the formula by focusing their age, right? And at the ending point, I'll explain to you how we can compute it. Normally, we have to use the formula, and based on this formula, we can compute it, right? Okay. When concerned about the history and development of this test, right? Stanford Binet test originate from Binet-Simon scale, developed by French psychologist Alfred Binet and Simon. In the early 20th century, the scale was designed to identify children who might benefit from a special educational assistance, right? Especially, it is designed to identify children who might benefit from special educational assistance, right? In 1916, Lewis, psychologist at Stanford University, revised the Binet-Simon scale was introduced. It as the Stafford Binet intelligence. It became the first widely used intelligence test in US. All right. And also some adjustments and also the revisions made year by year over the year. This Stafford Binet test was undergone several updates, improve its reliability, validity, and also the relevance to the modern psychology. The current version of this SBIS, fifth edition, which was released in 2003, right? Normally, it is developing again and again, but in 2003, one mostly used, right? Okay, some important points you can write. I'll give you minutes. And also, if you have any issues or doubt, please ask. Right. Okay, I think you completed this part. You all are done this one. When concerned about these SBIS are a fundamental tool, right? It can be identified as tools or the techniques. We are using it for what? Assessing human intelligence, right? This is tools or the techniques. Especially we are using it for tools for assessing human intelligence. They are evolved over time and providing valuable insight into cognitive abilities and helping with educational and psychological evaluation. Okay, that means this can be identified as the fundamental tool for assessing human intellect. Right, and also this is normally developed over time when concerned about the scale in future also develop, right? Providing valuable insight to cognitive ability. It is highly useful to measure the cognitive abilities and helping with the educational and psychological evaluation. Evaluation means like when concerned about the educational measurements also, what we involve with the evaluation of our students now. On the other hand, educational evaluation, right? Okay. Therefore, this skills is very important tools. We can use it to measure the human intelligence. Okay. Some important points you can note. Please underline fundamental tools for assessing human intelligence. This can be identified as fundamental tool, right? So it's like a formula, right? And also it's developed, right? Sorry. Right, okay, well, now I think you all are done this part also. Now I'll moving to compute this, that means using this tool, we can make a calculation, okay? When we are calculate the especially level of intelligence using this formula. What is the formula? Right. Yeah. IQ is a score derived from standardized test designed to measure human intelligence. It's typically expressed as a number. Right? We assume we can measure it using number, right? On the other hand, One can argue it's very difficult to measure using numerical value. Yeah, we can agree. But when compare or when we are measuring the student, we have to convert into numerical value now. Okay. And after we can compare them. Therefore, we're trying to express this as a number, right? Anyone can argue we can't present using number, but if we can measure it nominally or using number, it will maybe useful to make a comparison, right? Okay, with 100 being the average score for the general population, right? We normally assume as 100. It's 100 value means when we are compute the value 100, please think about you receive the answer as 100%. What? This can be identified as average score for the general population. Okay, if you compute this one using this formula, if you receive the answer as 100, assume that means it present the average score within the general population. If you can see like answer, assume 120, that means their intelligence level high. Okay, 120, if you receive the answer, I'll explain it using example also, right? And when I find this one, the answer, we got the answer as 80, assume 80%. That means what? The level of intelligence low, right? Okay, right? The IQ score is calculated based on how person's performance on an intelligence test compared to others in their age group. Especially, this is computed by focusing age. Okay, we can see, that means we can identify the formula like this. How? Like this means IQ equal mental age MA divided by chronological age. It's called CA and multiply 100. Okay, this is the formula we are using to measure the IQ. Right? Okay, please write this part also. Please underline 100 being the average score for the general population. General population. The formula can be used mental age divide chronological age. Okay, MA and chronological age. Yes, very clearly I'll explain it. using example. Huh? Good question. What is the meaning of mental age and what is the meaning of chronological age? Okay. Right now, I think you all are completed this one. Now I wish to give this answer for this question. Include, I think Gayani, Kaushal asked the question. Can you define what is MA and what is CA? Yeah. MA means, CA means what? Chronological age means like this, right? Now I think you all are done this part. Please think about it's all the students, the actual age of the individual, right? Actual age of the individual called chronological age. Okay, chronological age. Comes to 12 years, 13 years. Right. Actual age can be identified as chronological age. Please think about in your life. If you born, assume 2000, right? Now we are in 2025 now. Okay, your birthday, assume 2000. Can you say when concerned about the 2025, what is your chronological age? What is the amount of chronological age?
25.
25. Correct. Right? The chronological age can be identified as 25. Okay, I think the meaning of CA, Gayan, can you understand? Now I explain to you the meaning of chronological age.
Yes, sir.
Right. And the another point, mental age. Mental age means some students can be identified. Their intellectual capacity is very high. Okay. Their intellectual capacity very high. The age at which the individual can perform intellectual. That means the individual can perform, okay, individual can perform intellectual. Now, when concerned about like ordinary level, I think these days, normally they are sit for the exam, right? Normally ordinary level students, they sit for their O-level chronological age like 16 years now. I think normally they achieve this 16 years age. Normally they sit for exam. Assume if one of the students can pass this O-level exam when he or she studied in grade 9. Okay, grade 9. Right? Grade 9 means what? The ordinary level student's age, I'll assume, normally 16 years. Okay, 16 years, that means grade 11. Grade 11. One students can be identified, right? He or she can pass this exam if he or she face the exam at grade 9. Grade 9. Okay. Grade 9. That means when students age, chronological age can be identified like 14. Okay. Assume this student can pass ordinary level when he studied at grade 9. That means the chronological age, it's grade 9 now. I reduced 2 years. Chronological age 14. He can perform grade 11 students related exam or test successfully can complete it. Under this situation, his or her intellectually age same to 16. Under this situation, mental age can be identified as 16. Okay, ordinary level, grade 11, normally achieve 16. When concerned about grade 9, he or she wish to sit for the exam grade 9, the actual age 40. Actual age 40. Now, when consider this one, according to this computation, 16 divide 14. Okay. Normally, when 16 divide 14 and multiply by 100, how much? What is the answer? 16 divide 14 multiply by 100. Anyone can say what is the answer? Hello? What should be the answer? 114.28.
14, sir. 14.28.
Yeah, 114.28%. 28%. That is how about? In this case, the individual has IQ of 140, which is above the average or not? Hello?
Above average, sir.
Which is above average. And these type of students can be identified now. Right. You know, some are before this ordinary level and some are completed advanced level when they near to 16 years. That means their normally mental age near to 18, but chronological age 16. Under this situation, this type of students has IQ which is above average level, right? How about this type of students? If we can see like this above average level student, when you are working as a teacher, it will maybe easy to teach them or difficult to teach them. Hello? Please think about, there are 30 students can be identified within your class. Now you are the teacher. We can identify above average student. That means when you like teach for them the subject, assume mathematics or something, it will maybe easy to teach or difficult to teach for them. When you are working as a teacher?
Easy to teach.
Yeah, very clear, easy to teach. But some student can be identified how? Please think about, when you compute this one, the answer we got 80%. That means they are below the average. Below the average. Now some students can be identified when we are moving to grade 5. Assume grade 5. they don't know the numbers. Assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. How? They are below now. Normally, their intellectual level below, right? Is grade 5 scholarship paper one of the kind of IQ test? Yeah, one of the kind of IQ test. But some students can be identified, they above, some are below, right? The above average students normally pass, right? Easy to pass, but not only we measure only one thing, intelligence, right? When concerned about the knowledge and intelligence, normally intelligence means wide area. Wide area. Some students can be identified, they above average level compared with general people, right? General people's level normally we present it how? As 100, right? I'll say to you, 100 being the average score for the general population. Average score for the general population. If one student measured and normally score 120 means above the average level. This is the example, mental age 12 years, within bracket, right? At age at which the individual can perform intellectual. The chronological age means what? Actual age of the individual. When concerned about this example, the computation how? 12 divide 10 multiplied by 100. Answer 120. Right? Like 120%. That means in this case, the individual has IQ of 120, which is above average. Okay? It is above average, not below. Above average. Okay. Please try to write some important points. And also, if you have any issues or doubt, please ask. And you know about some foreign universities can be identified. They offer the degree name called teen degrees. You heard this word, teen degree holder, teen graduated, means what? If they achieve like 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 into 18 and 19, they can become a graduate. Okay. Some students can be identified, they become a graduate within 13 years age. 13 years age. So because of when concerned about like the intelligence level above the average, it's not a problem. But if you offer like teen degrees for below average students, there is a problem. Okay, but above average, it's not a problem. Okay, the opposite side of this one, opposite side means the values can be computed and it will maybe not above average, below. Below means like this. Now I think you all are done this part. It's also another example. The example, if the mental age of 15 years old student is 12 years, the mental age of 15 years old student, very clearly mention what? 15 years old student. That means 15 years old students means chronological age how much? 15. Okay. Sorry. Chronological age how much? 15. The mental age, how much? 12 years. Now, mental age 12 years. Then IQ, intelligence quadrant, how much will be? 80. The answer 80 now. How about? According to this computation, we can came to conclusion this individual, that means this students intelligence level below the average or above the average?
Below average.
Yeah. Easy to understand, it should be below the average, right? Yeah, when you are especially teach for the students, no need to expect all the students are above average, right? We can see the normal level students and above the average and also below the average. The clever teacher means what? If you can pass the students like below average, just think about below average level of students. If you can convert into distinction level, how about? We can see the clever teacher or weak teacher. Again, I'll ask the question, please think about. We can see below average level of students within the class. These students converted into distinction level through teacher, right? These type of teachers can be identified as clever teacher or like a weak teacher.
Clever teacher, sir.
They are normally clever. Okay. Right. Normally they are clever teachers. Please underline this final one. IQ of 80%. So 80%, which is below average. Below average. Right. Now I'm moving to next part. Intelligent test classified. Somewhat here. Start. Oh. Okay. Now we discuss a few parts, the initially the meaning of intelligence, and also this is if we can understand the level of intelligence, it is very important because of when we are designing the syllabus or the curriculum and evaluating the students, right? The intelligence level understanding is very important. And after we give this attention, how to measure this intelligence, right? We can use various testing method, the SBIS and also WAIS, WISC, right? Various method according to your syllabus. SBIS is important one, right? And we discuss about these histories, especially origin of this testing method, and also the meaning and how we can compute this IQ amount, right? Normally mental age can be divided chronological age multiplied by the 100. According to this answer, we can identify some are above average and also the some are below average, right? Now we discuss this part. Okay. Yeah. Next one. The next point. The intelligence test can be broadly classified into different categories based on nature of tasks they assess and how they are administered. Okay. Actually, it's not like a simple one. Broadly classified based on nature of the task. There are two major ways to classify the intelligence test. There are two major ways. What are these two? One, their content, based on content. Like it's a linguistic versus non-linguistic. Another one, administration format. Administration means like individual versus group, right? Okay, here more detailed breakdown. I'll wish to explain these things in detail, right? Mainly can be identified the intelligence test based on one content and also another one administration format, right? Okay, please trying to complete this part. Please underline two major ways. The one content and also the another one administration format. Administration format. Is grade 5 scholarship paper one kind of IQ test? Actually, it is like a aptitude test. When concerned about, and I'll explain it moving to chapter 6, I think, right? Chapter 6, we have to discuss about aptitude test, right? Mostly grade 5 scholarship paper can be identified like aptitude test. Test means normally they select for what? For the scholarship, right? This is like aptitude test. How about you all are done this part? How about Philip? Completed or not?
Yes,
Done,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now I think you all are done this part, right? Now, this according to this content, right? Based on the content, the one this classified refers to nature of the task in the intelligence test, specifically whether they require the use of language or not. By focusing like a language called English, example, right? The linguistic intelligence test, right? LI refers to ability to use and understand language effectively. Yeah, other questions here. What? Hello, so can you share PPT note chapter 5 of today before ending the lecture? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Resha, I'll share it. Huh? Right. No need to worry about. Now, when concerned about like language, you know about LI and also NLI test can be identified, right? LI refers to the ability to use and understand language effectively. In this type of test, language plays a central role in assessing what? Person's cognitive ability, cognitive part. One, hello sir, can you share the PPT notes? Yeah, okay. Now when concerned about this LI test, ability to use and understand language effectively. This is measure what? Especially it assessing person's cognitive ability, cognitive part. He or she can use this language effectively or not. We wish to measure this one. And another NLI refers to the ability to solve problems and think critically without relying heavily on verbal reasoning or language. Like problem solving issues and critical think, right? These are specially test to the NLI test. The one testing approach called content based on the content. The example, linguistic versus non-linguistic. Another one, administration format. The example can be identified how? Individual versus group. What is this individual versus group means? Yeah. Under this classification pertaining to how the intelligence test is administered, either to a single person or the group. Individual intelligence test. These tests are administered one-on-one, typically by trained exam. They allow for more true and individualized assessment of cognitive ability, as the examiner can make, adjust, and testing approach based on individual responses. That means that person to person it will maybe differ, right? To measure like this type of individual intelligence test, the training examiner have to be used, right? And according to his or her level of intelligence, we can use different types of testing. That means one-on-one. Firstly, use one technique, and after, if they can do, again change and apply. We expected to improve the level of intelligence. How? Individual. How we can do this one? Through the administration. Please think about like when concerned about like a dancing practices, assume okay individual at the initially sometimes can't perform well, right? And after training again and again, one on one, and develop step by steps, right? And we can develop the level of intelligence, right? Don't need to concern about like a knowledge. Very clearly mentioned what like intelligent means there are four. The one called adapt to new situation, ability to learn, right? Learn and develop day by day. Okay, this is like a individual intelligence test. Test are administrated one on one, right? And by a trained exam. Okay, you can write some important point, right? Based on this one also. Yeah, please give me one. I'll just share this slide, right? And I stop share, and after share this slide, please give 1 minute. But I think not shared by now. Yeah, okay, please give 1 minute, and after I'll share it. Right, now we discuss this part. This part means individual one. Oh, sorry. Right, okay, I'll share this one. Right. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Right, one of the comments given. Thanks for your comment, Teresa. Right. Next, group intelligence. When concerned about this group, means these tests are administered to multiple individuals at the same time. Usually in the classroom, a large testing environment. Normally, we can give like a group test are designed for efficiency and are used when a large number of individuals need to be assessed, such as in educational setting. How we can test the test group intelligence test? Please think about. We can create a group, right, within a class. Normally, can you say anyone? Now you are working as a teacher now. Group means maximum students and minimum number of students, how much? When we create an effective group within a class, okay, maximum number of students, how much? And minimum number of students, how much? The reason is that you should know about the group. Philip, can you say, according to your knowledge? Please think about, you wish to give the group assignment, group presentation, or group work for your students. When you create a group, normally minimum students how much? And maximum how much?
Minimum 5, sir.
Yeah, good. Minimum 5. Maximum?
10.
Yeah, it should be 5 to 10 now. When we are create a group, correct, maximum 10 and also minimum 5. Sometimes we can create using for student, but it's not like an effective group. If you create a group like a 20 or 12, according to situation, we have to create, right? So, okay, but it is not effective group. Now we can test the level of intelligence through the group also. We can give like assume research work or research team we can create and give another research related problem or something involving these group members. They try to solve it. Some are solved and some are make some adjustment through discussion, make a discussion within a group. We can test like this. This is called group intelligence test. Okay, group intelligence test also we can use. But no need to think when concerned about like content and also the yeah, this one now based on the content and other one administration format. The intelligence test are broadly can be classified. No need to think like linguistic and also non-linguistic. Only one. Now, when concerned about the administration format, no need to concern only individual and group. Another different testing method can be used. But this is one of the simple example I'll explain to. Okay. Next one, the multiple intelligence. What is this? Multiple intelligence concept were presented by psychologists within last decade. According to the research done by them, Howard Gardner, the professor of the education, Harvard University, suggests this matter by his books, right? Frames of mind. According to that, he mentioned the 8 different intelligence, right? I'll say to you, this is like a wide area now. Based on his research, right? Normally, research presented through this journal or the books now, right? And identified 8 different intelligences. This is 8 means what? Not only one now. Multiple intelligence, right? Frames of mind, books. you can read, I think it's better, right? It is one of the famous university in the world, right? Harvard University, right? Now I think you know when concerned about the Harvard, mostly involved with the research, right? And therefore, when you preparing some assignment also, we are using Harvard format because of not only Harvard AP format, Chicago format, and Harvard format, right? Harvard University using the references, right? This is also widely used. Another universities also because the Harvard done much more research, right? They contribute more things to the world, right? The one of the professor in the Harvard University, right? And Gardner, he also expert person in the field of education, right? And wrote a book, Frames of Mind. Identified there are 8 different intelligence. What are these 8 different intelligence? Don't think about, we can identify only 8 intelligence, fully different, right? But based on this research can be identified, this study can be identified. The one called linguistics. I'll say to you, don't think about only linguistics, right? Yeah. Another one, logical, mathematical intelligence, right? Yes, when concerned about like a language, how about mostly when concerned about the language intelligence, the intelligence level is very high when focusing ladies or gents, according to your knowledge. Linguistic intelligence level high, ladies or gents. Please think about it when you are studying language. The language teachers mostly ladies or gents.
Ladies.
Hello? Mostly ladies.
Lady.
Then moving to second one, logical or mathematical intelligence. Especially these mathematical skills, the level of intelligence, high, ladies or gents?
Gents. Gents.
Normally gents, right? Okay, gents. Normally when concerned about like faculty of engineering, mostly we can see like boys, right? But when we are moving to like a social science, girls can be seen, right? Because of these differences. And it's partial intelligence. And another one, bodily kinship intelligence, like various types of intelligence, right? And musical intelligence and interpersonal intelligence, intrapersonal intelligence, neutralist intelligence. That means neutralist intelligence means according to the situation, they can become neutral. This is called neutralist intelligence. Like, please think about, we have to work in 2 zones. Zone means like, one is comfortable zone, comfortable, right? Another zone called discomfortable zone, discomfortable zone. When we are working with this discomfortable zone, how about your behavior change or not? Compare with comfort zone. Hello?
Changes.
Change. Right. Please think about like when you are working within a principal, right? And also another teachers. You have worked with them now. And some schools can be identified comfort, some are discomfort. But if you can behave same manner within discomfort zone, on the other hand, I can say when you are behave within a comfort zone, this behavior, if you can manage within discomfort zone also, how about you are maintaining what neutralist intelligence? Neutralist intelligence. That means you became like a neutral, normalized. Okay, but we know most of the persons can't do like this. Normally they like to work comfort zone. It is like to work discomfort zone because they can't behave same manner. But if you can manage like this is good. Another one, intrapersonal intelligence. Intrapersonal and interpersonal. What is intrapersonal? And intrapersonal means sometimes you can impact for some person's behavior. Another point, interpersonal. How we can work with them, right? How we can work with them. That means some are working within a society well, right? But some are dislike to work like a group or like a team. This is interpersonal related issue now. The intrapersonal intelligence means someone can impact the behavior of another person. Okay, some persons can be identified, they impact to change the behavior of another one using their skills. And musical intelligence, right? Various intelligence can be identified, and I'll say to you, don't consider only 8. No need to consider only 8. But according to this study of the Gardner, he highly identified and focused 8 different intelligence. And if you have any time, please search, right? That means I'll share this slide. And what are the another areas also you can say. Uses of intelligence test. Uses means like advantages and useful. And on the other hand, I wish to discuss what are the weakness. Okay. Uses, so what are the advantages? So like the strength of intelligence test. In recruitment to schools and vocations, some are held intelligence test, right? Recruitment process. Another one, measure the skills in additional to natural learning abilities, memory power, linguistic ability, reasoning ability. You wish to measure what? Measure the skills in additions to natural learning ability. Natural learning abilities, right? Another abilities also can be identified. Normally, we know about the knowledge can be measured through the exam. But another intelligent test can be used to measure like some additional abilities. If you wish to measure their skills or the additional abilities, this intelligence test is important. Another one, utilizing council purpose. Yeah. Normally, we can utilize this intelligence test for the counseling purposes also. That means if you can change the behavioral change, the intelligence means at the initially, I'll mention to you what this one, right? I think you remember 1 point, adapt to new situation. Adapt to new situation. When we are handling like a counseling, how? According to the situations, we have to manage them. Therefore, this test can be utilized for the counseling purpose also. Now we can see like some students, right? they are facing various problems or issues. As a counselor, we have to monitor them effectively through how intelligence, using intelligence level. Some students can be identified. Normally, they reveal some information without.
అయితే గెస్ట్ ఫోన్ కదా ఫోన్ స్లో ఉంటుంది ఫోన్ కడేసి నీళ్ళ బిసన్న సరిగా ఉంటుంది కష్టపడ్డ ఫోన్స్ స్పీడ్ లో కలుసుకోవచ్చు
Ashana, please mute. Ashana, please mute. Huh? Yeah. Okay. And another one, not only to measure the intellectual ability, but also reveal the direction that indicate greater tendency or skill by the student. This is also a little bit same to second point. Huh? Okay, this point also a little bit, yeah, same. Another to focus students to vocational education. You know about the vocational and training qualifications, some are offered. I think you heard this NVQ level, right? And when focusing like these students also, this testing can be used to identify the students' ability and inabilities, weaknesses, and their strength, right? The reason is that if you understand their intelligence, that means how? As a teacher, if you identify their intelligence level, means you know what are their weakness, what are their strengths, what are these abilities, and also their inabilities. Understanding the intelligence level means like this. If you know these things, how? If you identified like a weakness, we can remove it. If we can see like a high level of intelligence of the students, we can improve, right? We can give like a paper or testing method in advance, right? Therefore, we can use this intelligence test to identify the ability, inabilities, weaknesses, and strength of. Okay, these are the uses, right? You can write some important point. Right, okay. Now I think you all are done this part also. Now, when concerned about this test, these are the uses now. And another point, we can see what weaknesses also using this type of test, intelligence test. Why? We can't say this is the like most important testing method, or this is perfectly correct testing method like this. No, we can't say. The reason is that there is no the truth in the world. There is no the truth in the world. Okay. Please think about if you develop like syllabus, assume you develop new syllabus. You can say this is perfectly correct syllabus, And when compare with another curriculum, we develop this one in advance. You can say like this. No. Right? I see some lecturers also tell about like this. Right? We develop this syllabus and it's better. I compare with another syllabus, this is most important. Oh, we can't say like this. The reason is that why? Normally within 3 years or 4 years, we have to change the syllabus or not. Normally. Hello? We have to change the syllabus because of outdated. Right? Therefore, we can't say this is the correct syllabus or something. This is the curriculum, and this is better compared with another university. So like this. When concerned about testing method, also same. Right? We can't say this is perfectly correct, but we can see like advantages and disadvantages. These are the strength of users using this intelligence test. On the other hand, we can identify weaknesses also. Okay, what are the weaknesses? It is unable to say definitely whether the intelligence test measure the innate intelligence or intelligence measured by the test. Yeah, actually we can measure in numerical. Intelligence can be measured in numerical. Initially also I say to you it's very difficult, right? But we're trying to measure the numerically because of the comparison. Okay, person to persons we have to compare because we add in numerical values to measure them. But we know it is very difficult to measure like the numerical. Through the testing we can measure the intelligence. It is not easy one. And the special abilities of intelligence, numerical ability, verbal ability, and recall your memory ability, reasoning ability can be measured through intelligence test. But it has less ability to measure common ability. Right? The intelligence means not only one thing. It's like an aggregation part, like intelligence, right? We can see varies the example, numerical ability, verbal ability, recall your memory, reasoning ability. All these things can be measured using test. Do you agree? No, it's not easily. Right? And another one, inconvenience of utilizing intelligence test as a tool measuring creative skills or abilities. Yeah. We can see some answers, very creative. This can be measured. No, it is very difficult to measure. The creativity and also the abilities, person to person differ. Normally, we give the value according to the situation or something, this is better. But sometimes after few years, it is like outdated one. Right? The creativity skills also change. We can measure it. It's also very difficult. As training and exercises can have an influence on the marks of intelligence test. It is impossible to measure exact intelligence content, right? The training and exercises have an influence on the mark, right? No. Now, this is also another issue or the weakness. Not revealing the exact intelligence quotient because language and words that used to construct the test impact on score on intelligence test. I will focus this one we discuss what is computation, especially based on SBI, right? Stafford Binet Intelligence Scale, right? Like this testing, this is one of the tests, right? We can see if you are using like this type of test, the users also can be identified. But on the other hand, we can identify weaknesses also, right? These are the users and these are the weaknesses, physical or mental aspect. Test maker will hit the intelligent test. Then it is unable to get real result. Physical and also the mental aspect. When concerned about the mental things, how we can really assess it? The real result can be identified. No. Right, very difficult. Okay, these are the weaknesses of using this intelligence test. You can write some important point based on this one. Right, okay. Now I wish to give this summary, and after I wish to move into new chapter, right? Now we completed especially fifth chapter also, right? Okay. Based on this educational measurement subject, we have to cover this area, right? 10 areas. Now we completed functions of the evaluations and also the objectives for measuring learning outcomes, planning achievement test, test construction, right? These 4 parts completed. And now we are moving to measure of intelligence. Right? When concerned about the measure of intelligence, we trying to understand the meaning of intelligence, right? It is not easy part. The reason is that the scope is very wide, not limited to like simple things, right? Wide areas can apply. Now we can say like a test in ability to learn. If it is easy to learn something, they quickly learn something, that means their intelligence level high. Some are trying to find the reason. Quickly they identify the reason is this one. This is happened because of this reason. This is also like intelligence now. And some are solve the problem in effectively and also efficiently within a shorter period without damaging others. This is also like intelligence now. Adapt new situation according to the changes. If we can adapt quickly, this is also like intelligence now. Okay, these are called the meaning of intelligence. And initially also I'll say to you, if you wish to measure the intelligence, it is very difficult. Right, 100% you can't measure actually. But we have measured. For what? Compare the students also, no? We have to make a comparison. No? They have to make, especially measure their intelligence levels. No? Therefore, we have to use some testing, right? And also the understanding the intelligence is essential in the field of education. For what? What is the reason? The simple one, please think about when you are designing a new curriculum or the new syllabus. according to the students' intelligence level, we should develop like ordinary level syllabus or advanced level syllabus. Therefore, we should understand the intelligence level. Another one, when we are evaluating the students' performance, also we have to identify the intelligence level, right? Because this understanding of the intelligence level is essential in the field of education. Yeah, various testing methods or the testing approach used. Well-known intelligence tests like SBIS or the WAIS, WISC can be identified. Based on the SBIS scale, highly focused one, age group. By considering the level of age, we trying to measure their intelligence level. Very clearly mentioned, the SBIS means the fundamental tools for assessing human intelligence. Human intelligence, highly focused what? Age level. Okay. IQ can be measured, mental age divide, how? Chronological age and multiply by 100. Okay, MA divide CA and multiply by 100. When you measure this one, we can identify like normal 100 means what? 100 being the average score for the general population. That means when concerned about general level of the students, 100%. But some students can be identified, their level is very high. If you compute like compute and if you find the answer more than 100, that means they are in the above average level. And also another can be identified less than 80, that means how about? Below the average level. And after we are moving to intelligence test classified in more, much more. Not only these 204, broadly classified in by focusing content and also the administration format. Based on this, the two example linguistic and also the non-linguistics, individual versus groups also discussed. According to this Gardner study, he identified 8 different intelligence. But no need to think about, we can see only 8 intelligence. We can see more. By now also some are not fine. That means doesn't find, doesn't understand, or doesn't reveal to the world. Some various type of intelligence also can be identified. But based on Gardner's study, identified 8 intelligence like this. And after we discuss, yeah, various type of intelligence can be identified. Various type of measurements also we identified. When we are measuring the level of intelligence using various tools or the techniques, we can identify some strength or advantages or uses. On the other hand, we can identify some issues, problem, weaknesses, disadvantages like this. Therefore, we discuss about uses of intelligence test and also the weakness of intelligence. Right. Okay. Right. Now, I've completed, that means done chapter 5, right? And now I'll moving to another
Sir,
new chapter, right? The
Sir?
6th one. Yeah, tell me. Tell me.
sir, I have a small doubt, sir.
Hello? Yeah.
Hello, sir,
Yeah.
I have a small doubt regarding that IQ level.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, that you said that the student who are going to sit for GCE O-level exam 14 years.
Yeah, assume normally they sit for 16 years, huh?
Yes, that
Yeah.
is the chronological age, sir, isn't it?
Yeah, the 16 age means very clear actual age or chronological age.
Yes. So therefore, if that student is sitting for O level at the age of 14,
Yeah,
it is
normally chronological age become 14, no? Because if he or she sat for the exam in grade 9,
yes,
okay, grade 9 means the chronological age should be less than 2 years now.
yes.
Okay, that means chronological age should be 14. Yes, next one.
Chronological age is the 14.
Yeah. Why? The reason is that normally I'll explain it very simple way. This one or this one. Okay. Right. When consider this one, I'll say to you, the ordinary level normal age 16. But student wish to sit for the exam in grade 9 now.
Yes.
Hello. Grade 9.
Yes, sir.
That means how about the actual age of the students? 14 or not? Hello?
Actual age is
It's 14 or
14.
not? 14.
14.
Can you understand?
Yes.
Please, students, birthday 2000, right? Assume the year 2000.
Mm.
Not, wait, I'll explain it. This is not working. Okay, wait, you 1 minute. Yeah, this is this now. Yeah. Okay, now I think this is working. Yeah, birthday 2000. Assume 2000. And ordinary level exam, assume 16 classes. Now 16 means normally this birthday 2000 student normally he sit for the exam 2016. Do you agree with me? Hello?
Yes. Yes, sir.
If he pays for the exam in grade 9 means, okay, grade 9 means the actual age how much? Actual age? Normally he sit for the exam in 2014. Can you understand?
Yes.
2014. When held this exam in 2014, actual age should be CA. Now chronological age, very clear, how much? 14 years. Okay, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Grade 9 now. But when concerned about mental age, how much? Mental age 16 or not?
Hmm.
Mental age 16 because of other students sit for the exam. How? When they are moving to 16 now. But these students also should pass the exam. Huh?
Yes.
Can you understand? Pass the exam. If these type of students pass the exam, that means chronological age very clear 14 and mental age 16. Now he is in grade 9, but he wishes to face the exam like a grade 11 student. Actual age 14, but mental age of the student should be 16. Therefore,
Yes.
I'll say to you when compute, 16 should be divide 14 and multiply 100. How much? 114.28 now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That
Yes.
means
Thank you.
above average or not?
Above the average.
Above the average.
Average.
Okay, Gaini, can you understand?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, right? Yes. If you have any issues or doubt, please ask. Huh? You can ask. Right, how about others? Yeah, if you have any issues or doubt regarding this chapter 5, you can ask. Right. Okay, well, and now I'll moving to our sixth chapter. Right. What is the sixth one? Hello? What is the chapter 6?
Aptitude
Aptitude.
test.
Yeah, great. Now I'll share the new slide. Right. Chapter 6, now it's okay. The aptitude test. This is the chapter 6. Yeah. The starting moment, you should know about the meaning of aptitude test. All right. The aptitude test also designed for what? Especially it's also created for what? Measure a performance ability. Especially aptitude test design or the develop to measure person's ability to perform a specific task, right? Perform a specific task or react different situation. Specific task or the react different situation. They assess what? Logical, reasoning, quantitative ability, verbal skills, other cognitive ability. These tests are used to measure and reveal the future abilities or potentialist of a person. How we can say like this? Measures and reveal the future abilities or potentialist of a person. Now I'll explain to you one of the example for the aptitude test. Please think about when you are recruiting new staff members for the Bank of Ceylon. Normally, they held aptitude test or not? Hello? When recruiting banking, normally this banking, that means assistant, assume if they apply for the bank as a banking assistant, normally they have to pass the aptitude test or not. In Sri Lanka, mostly held this aptitude test. For what? This test held, they believe through this test, they can measure the future abilities and also the potentials of a person. If they pass this exam, normally they can work as a banking assistant within the banking future. Okay? If they think about this testing is not better, no need to help now. No need to help like this type of test. But they held specially aptitude test because they focus in the future. Okay, when concerned about like every commercial bank in Sri Lanka, when they recruit like a management trainee or the banking assistant, how firstly held this aptitude test. And after they call the interview and held the interviews also, and finally normally they test like normally check the certificate and also medical related examinations, right? Medical testing also help. But initially, may what? Aptitude test. Okay, I think you got the point. These tests predict, that means forecast, the success or failure of the task involvement of the learner by competing a training about that task. Okay, right. Now we discuss the meaning of aptitude test, and also especially these measurement important to measure their future abilities, and also like a success or failures regarding the future. All right. Therefore, these aptitude tests are important. Right. You can write some important point based on this slide also. Especially, you should write the meaning of aptitude test. It is wish to measure the person's ability, right? Various abilities can be identified, and also it measure the reveal the future abilities or potentialists. This part is very important. Aptitude tests are used to measure and reveal the future abilities or potentialist of a person, right? Okay. Right. Now I think you all are done this part also. Now time also near to 9 past 30 now, 9 past 30. And therefore, now I wish to wind up this today's sessions. And if you have any issues or doubt regarding this today's sessions, you can ask. Yeah. If you have any issues or doubt, please ask. No, you can ask. How about Philip? Do you have any issues or the problem?
No, sir. All are clear, sir.
All right. Okay.
So you gave a very good explanation, sir. So I don't have any doubts, sir.
Okay, Philip. Thank you. Right. Now I think there is no doubt, and special thanks for your participation, right? Now we know most of the students are working, right? And also you came to houses, right? And some are married. Yeah, we know, but we should learn, right? This is very important thing. Learning is not like short term related one. I'll say to you, it's continuous one. Learning, we have to learn much more years, not only 1 or 2 years, right? Therefore, you are involved with the learning process. When you are involved with the learning process, it should be continuous one. We know we have to face some problem, right? Working environment related problems and family related issues also we have to control, but please try to manage, right? And mostly you are manage it and especially participate for the classes and lecture sessions continuously some students, and special thanks for your participation, and good night all of you.
Good night,
Good night, sir. Thank you so much.
Good night, sir.
sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good night. Yeah, good night.